Hey everybody, it's Brooke with the Buttered Home and welcome to my messy kitchen. Today we have stuffed spaghetti squash. This is a meal in itself and these two halves will feed 4 people or 2 people twice. This is a hearty, yummy, low-carb recipe that you will not want to miss, so stay with us. Okay, first things first, we are going to preheat our oven to 400 degrees. Next, we take our washed and dried spaghetti squash and pop it in the microwave for 4 minutes to get it soft enough to cut. We carefully removed it from the microwave and it's still kind of warm. I let it cool a little bit and carefully with a hot pad I'm going to cut it. First we want to cut the woody ends off and we can more easily do that now that we have microwaved it. So we're going to give that a nice cut on each end. Plus this gives you a good stable solid surface that makes cutting it in half a lot easier. So we got those ends off. Now we stand it up on its stable end and carefully push our knife through the center. Easy peasy, just by using the microwave. Now we're going to clean those seeds out. I have a paper towel and a spoon, and we're just going to scrape them out ever so gently. Simply microwaving them helps make this job a lot easier too. And you don't want to lose a lot of your spaghetti strands in the process. Now that we've got everything all cleaned up, I just wanted to mention you can do other winter squash this way too, like acorns, things like that. That microwave trick helps make cutting any kind of squash just a ton easier. So in a small sheet pan fitted with some parchment paper, we are going to just lightly season both halves of the spaghetti squash with a little salt and a little pepper. Now we take just a little avocado oil. Y'all know I like using that because it withstands high heat really well. And just go around the edges. It'll get in all the little nooks and crannies. Turn those guys over. Pop them in a 400-degree oven for 20 minutes so that they can go ahead and get a head start on cooking. Now we're going to mix up our filling. We have a half a cup of unsweetened plain Greek yogurt and 2 ounces of softened cream cheese. To that we're going to add in 2 tablespoons of mayo. Just trust me on this combination. It's a cheesy, tangy, wonderful, zippy base for all of the good things that we're about to season it up with. Now we're going to add in about 2 tablespoons of minced garlic. If you're using garlic powder, you can use about 2 teaspoons. Dried herbs are a lot stronger. Now to that we're adding a half a cup of chopped onion and a half a cup of chopped red peppers. I like the red with the spinach, the green spinach. It's real pretty and festive. Now we're going to take our spinach, and we don't use a lot. We use just probably about maybe a cup, and I'll do it in half cup increments and just chop it up nice and fine into just bite-sized pieces. Stems are fine too. But those red peppers and the green of the spinach are just very, very pretty. We're going to add that spinach to the bowl with our base or cream cheese mixture. Now I'm going to chop up some more spinach. And I like to roll it up in like a tube and just run my knife through it all the way down safely. And then I take my knife and give it all a good rough chop in the other direction. It creates kind of like a crosshatch and gets that chopped nice and evenly. Well, let's just get all the remnants of that good old spinach in there. Spinach is so good for you. It's full of antioxidants, vitamin A, vitamin K. It's just wonderful for you. So we're going to give that all a good mix with our spatula to get everything well incorporated. Now we add in 1 cup of shredded mozzarella cheese. It's lower fat and a little bit better for you, but you certainly can use whatever cheese your heart desires. Then we add in 1/4 cup of grated Parm. This is a good salty mix that helps season your cheese stuffing mixture, and we give those a good mix in. Now I have 1 pound of ground beef that I have browned and drained, and we're going to add that right in with our cream cheese and cheese mixture and give it a good mix together just to get all of that ground beef nice and mixed in and wrapped up in all that good stuff. We'll set it aside and wait until our squash is done 20-minute cook time and allow it to cool just a bit. Now that our squash is done and cooled, we have removed it from the oven and we will flip it over and leave your oven on at 400 degrees. We're going to just check it and make sure that it pulls away from the bottom fairly easily to make sure that it's done. Then we take that beautiful, beautiful ground beef and spinach stuffing and we take about half of it and just pile it in. And we do that on both halves. And I like to just fill it up kind of flat to begin with. Then we see how much we have left, and then we just pile it on top and pack it in with the back of our spoon, just like that. Some of it will spill over. That's okay. Right now, just pick it up and put it back on top. And during the cooking process, if it does that, well, it just makes nice cheese umbrella, is like what I like to call it. We're going to get all that in. And then these guys will go back in the oven for anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes. I usually set my timer for 10 and check them. And if they need a little more, I give them about 5 more minutes. Then at the end, we turn the broiler on for 1 to 2 minutes just to get the tops nice and browned. Delicious. Okay, so we finished our total cook time. What we did is we stuffed these guys after we cooked just the squash, because you can, like at the beginning of the week, I'll roast this spaghetti squash ahead of time and have it for whatever I need. Then we stuffed them and we put them back into that 400-degree oven, and we allowed them to cook for anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes, just depending on your oven. And then I turned my broiler on for just a minute or two and watched it, and look how pretty they are. You've got all these really festive colors. You've got that protein in there, not only from the lean ground beef, but you also have the protein that is in the Greek yogurt as well. And it doesn't taste like yogurt, doesn't taste like Greek yogurt. This is plain, unsweetened, unflavored Greek yogurt. It's more like sour cream than anything, but it's packed with protein. So I have some here. What I've done is I have dug out about half of this, and when that squash is all nice and cooked, so when you spoon it out, the spaghetti fronds come out with it as well. And would you look at that, it's still kind of hot. But this is my favorite thing ever. We eat this probably once a week. It's on rotation here at the Buttered Home. Even Big D likes it. Let's give it a taste. Creamy, perfect. You've got vegetables in here. You're getting like at least three servings of your vegetables. Healthy, lean protein. And that garlic really turns this into almost like an Alfredo sauce. And it's delicious, and this is so easy. You can mix the stuffing up ahead of time. You can cook the squash ahead of time and have it ready just to spoon in and pop in the oven for an easy on-the-go weeknight meal that is gorgeous. It's also gorgeous. This would be a really good side as well. You could leave the protein out and just do the cream mixture with spinach, and it would be fantastic all on its own. This is just a jumping off point. This is a place to get you started. I can think of half a dozen other things that would go really good in here too. Sauteed mushrooms, caramelized onions. Oh, I could go on and on. This is to get you started and get you thinking about how you can eat really well and still watch your waistline. So, we hope that you try this recipe and love it as much as we do. We're really excited to share this one with you because we love spaghetti squash any old way. We love it with meatballs. We love it with marinara. But this kind of kicks it up a notch. So we hope that you'll try it and love it as much as we do. Like all of our recipes, it can be found over at thebutteredhome.com. We would really love for you to give us a visit over there and get your free printable recipe card while you're there. If you want all of our videos in one convenient place, head over to YouTube, search for The Buttered Home, and if you haven't already, make sure that you hit that subscribe button so that you can be notified when we drop new videos like this one. Also, we have a lot of fun. You never know, we're going to pop in live on Facebook or Instagram, so make sure you're following us on all of our social channels so that you can be with us and have a really good time. I'm silly, I am never scripted, and it shows, and it's a lot of fun. Even if you just want to make fun of me, we can laugh together. So, as always, from the buttered home to your home, we sure love y'all. Hope you enjoy this recipe and come back for more. Bye.